You're watching this video because you're wondering if this time in this crypto bear market is different to the last bear markets. You're either a new investor and maybe invested back in December and are down 60 or 70% on your Bitcoin, or you're going through this bear market again and you're seeing some different signs and maybe you've got some concerns around your crypto assets and whether or not you should hold them with the market being down 70 or 80%. In this video, I'm going to explain to you why this market cycle is different and walk you through some different points which I think is really valuable to understand and learn from so you can profitably come out of this bear market and make money on the way up. Now, I've been in crypto for about 6 years now and been through a number of bear markets, but I will say this time has its unique variables. There's a lot of different things that are happening in this bear market compared to last, which you want to stick around for to understand so you can profitably come back out the other end. My name's Ben, I'm the founder of Collective Shift, and we are a research and education platform in the digital asset space where we help you with actual investment analysis and content to help you make better decisions faster. So this video is only going to go for 10 minutes and you're going to want to stick around to the end where I give you a couple of really key takeaways to help you in your journey. Now, the first thing I want to say is that what we're seeing right now in crypto is different to the last cycles. For starters, we've now got some of these institutional players in the mix that we didn't have back in 2018. There's institutional players, the 3ACs, the BlockFis and Celsius of the world, and the Luna and UST have all gone through some pretty heavy sell-offs in the last few weeks and months based on the incompatible business models that they've had with over-leveraged assets and now having to sell those assets. So what does that mean? Where to from here? Well, I want to first of all take a step back and I want to show you a chart. This is the total crypto market cap of all of crypto. And I want you to understand perspective. That's a hugely important thing when you're ever in a bear market, is to not listen to the Joe Kramers of the world and the news headlines come out calling crypto as a scam. I want you to take a step back. I want you to go back to, let's just go 2 years ago, right? Let's look at the 2 years ago on the 6th of July. The market cap of crypto around the 6th of July was $274 billion. Currently sitting at $900 billion. That's approximately a 3 to 4x in a 2-year period, which is massive. If we go back, let's go back to 2019. The total market cap was around 130 billion. If we go back to July. Again, it's a huge multiple on where we were back then to now. Now, coincidentally, we've also gone down a lot. We had a market cap of nearly $3 trillion and it's had a huge pullback down to 900 billion. But again, you look back in 2018, we ran to 800 billion and then ran down to 250 billion. These market cycles come and go. That is crypto. Now we're seeing huge layoffs as well in this space, which is pushing down the general sadness and depressive nature of the market. We're seeing layoffs like BlockFi laying off 20%, Coinbase 18%, Gemini 10%, Robinhood 9%. These are huge layoffs. We've seen a lot of these companies really focus on hyper growth, getting user acquisition at all costs, hiring and carrying on and getting thousands and thousands of people. But yet in a bear market, you need to be lean, you need to last through. And these companies know that they need to make these layoffs, and they're probably hard decisions because the bear market is the time where you need to survive, build, and come out the other end. And as Warren Buffett famously said, you only find out who is swimming naked when the tide goes out. Or a turkey can fly in a hurricane, if you've ever heard those analogies. And basically what that's saying is that some of these businesses in the hype, same with the NFTs, same with crypto tokens, same with layer 1, layer 2, different crypto assets, projects, tokens, a lot of those companies actually gain momentum and gain the growth that they had due to just the influx and retail investment that came into the space. Everything got brought up. But when the tide goes out and everyone's panicking and running away from crypto and there's not enough interest, who are the companies, who are the assets that stay around? They are usually the ones that are most successful. And I want to show you here, back in December 6th of 2018. Basically, if we look at, where were we? December 6th, 2018. It was brutal. We're about at 100. This is basically pretty much as low as it got. $100 billion market cap. That's down another 90% from where we are here, 80%. And guess what? Synthetics launched. Solana launched. We had a lot of the best projects that are still around now launching in a bear market, and this is where the generational wealth opportunities are made, because this is the investments you can make in these assets that are basically have no hype, they have no retail interest, they have no FOMO, but they are building real world companies. The only genuine, real builders come in the bear market. There's none of the FOMO, none of the cash grabs, none of the nonsense. It's all real world builders. The other thing I wanted to mention back on like just where we're at, read this headline and don't look at the date and think that we're basically at the same point. Bitcoin is down more than 80% from last year's high, nearing its worst ever bear market. Boom, 2018. It's the same headlines, just a different timing. Yet Bitcoin back then was around $3,500, $3,900, not $20,000. Right, so all the people that are screaming Bitcoin's going to zero, good on them. All the naysayers, all the Bitcoin bears are coming out, letting us know how Bitcoin's going to zero. It's just not true. We've got Tesla, we've got MicroStrategy, Block, some of the biggest institutions in the world are not selling their Bitcoin. These guys have billions and billions of dollars of Bitcoin on their balance sheet. They have so much conviction, they're not selling. We're not selling. Actually, we've got some of the best companies in the crypto space actually building. Binance launches the institutional platform for VIP high rollers. We've still got good announcements coming out. But yet, as I said, the difference in this cycle is these institutions. I did a video last week on the 3 Arrows Capital, 3RC, Celsius going bankrupt. I'd urge you to go check that out because this time is different. We've got the institutions that have levered up their clients' money and now forced selling market to try and meet liquidations. We've got 3AC going into bankruptcy. It's pretty abysmal on the institutions front. Go and check out that video as I talk about some different things in there. But June was crazy. This is a list of the things that were going on in crypto in June. Insane. We've got like BlockFi losing hundreds of millions of dollars. Voyager basically nearly implodes with a $500 million emergency loan. The SEC rejects Grayscale. Grayscale files for a lawsuit. Solana announces the smartphone. MicroStrategy buys another 10 million of Bitcoin. We've got Binance raising a venture arm. We've got 3 Arrows blowing up. Celsius halts withdrawals. It is bananas what went on in June. It's an absolute abysmal month, right? In the stock market world, though, it's just doing the same. We've got some of these biggest companies in the world trading like crappy old coins as well. Snapchat's down 80% this year. PayPal, 62%. Shopify, 74%. Meta down 50%. It's not just crypto that's taking a punch. It's everywhere. Review your viewpoints. Don't just listen to one news source. Don't just listen to one influencer. Don't just listen to one newsletter. Take a step back. Look at history. History doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme. And I'd urge you to think about that this time is different. However, for me, I'm looking at these levels and go, yes, we could bounce down to the $15,000 levels. We could withdraw down. Like the macro uncertainty, we've got the inflation rising. It's a lot of stuff happening on the macro headwinds. We've got poor balance sheets in crypto. We've got a lot of forced selling. I don't think that's going to turn around very quickly. But we've got high conviction from the big institutions that are buying this. The illiquidity levels of Bitcoin, like we're seeing Bitcoin move 5% daily based on very illiquid movements. I think we could be choppy for the next few months, but for me, I think this is a great time to accumulate, right? Some people are going to be waiting to get to the $12,000, $13,000 levels. I think anything below 20 is a real value. It doesn't mean we're going to turn around and blow up tomorrow, but I think anything below $20,000 is great value, and it's a great time to accumulate. Could we see Ethereum come down to the $500 levels? Yeah, maybe. But again, I think anything below $1,000 is great value. I think if you're looking at a 4, 5, 6 year time horizon, it's a great time to be buying. So I'll reiterate, this time is different. We've got different players, we've got bigger money at risk, and we've got more macro headwinds than we have in the past. But guess what? It's the same stuff that happened in 2018. It's the same headlines. It's just a different date. I hope you found this valuable. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. And I also want to just quickly show you our Collective Shift platform. If you're into more dedicated research analysis, we've got so much amazing stuff on our membership platform where we give you on-chain data, sentiment data, we give you investment analysis. We've got a whole list of research digital assets. We can look in here and look at the bullish and bearish take on a range of different assets. You can come in here and look at that. We've got our investments portfolio, so you can come in and look at what we're buying, what we're selling across early stage, long-term NFT portfolios. We've got a beginner portfolio if you're just starting out. We've got hundreds and hundreds of free resources if you are into just wanting to learn about different crypto themes, investing, how-to guides, how to use this, how does that work. We've got all of that. We've got a glossary and acronyms, we've got discounts, beginner courses, newsletters, live events, we've got upcoming airdrops. Like, it's actually insane what we've got. I really urge you to check it out. We're doing a free promotion, $1 for 7 days. If you want to go over and check it out, go to collectiveshift.io. And I hope you enjoyed. I'm Ben. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll chat again soon. Bye for now.